full of companies that don't have much in the way of earnings power, but often have rapidly growing sales. Basically, anything that trades on distant prospects many years down the road will do better with lower rates. Now, I emphasize going after the ones that are already winning for this year. How about this one? I'm thinking of the stock of Palantir. Even when it's already up so much, it makes a lot of money. It's not a flyer. It just got into the U.S. Navy with a terrific contract helping to build submarines more efficiently and much less expensively. I believe there'll be many more Pentagon contracts coming. Think surface ships, fighter planes, then weapons, munitions. It wouldn't surprise me if the whole arsenal of freedom goes to Palantir. It's precisely the kind of stock that works in this market. The ultimate high flyer that's up huge, that you can buy it right now if you're a money manager and show your investors that you too own Palantir. Finally, you can buy any industrial because the hedge fund playbook says that industrials benefit from lower rates, even if you think it doesn't matter. The fabulous irony of all this, frankly, is that Powell in his own press conference actually came out and said that a quarter point really doesn't mean that much to any industry. I had to laugh at that one. But that's not how hedge funds or even mutual funds think about it. They'll eagerly buy Caterpillar and Cummins, two stocks at their all-time highs, just because they perfectly fit the environment. Now, let's take a step back for a second and think like a portfolio manager when it comes to your own stocks. When you buy stocks, what you want is for the Fed to continue cutting rates. Investors never really like rate hikes, even when the economy needs them, because they're bad for stock prices. And I expect whoever replaces Jay Powell next year will try to keep the cuts coming. That person will be more of an emissary for the president than a let the chips fall where they may empiricist like we have with Powell. Long-term, possibly problematic. Short-term market loves lower rates. We're going to get millions of new stock accounts because of the Trump accounts from the big, beautiful budget bill that are a fabulous handout to newborns. Gets them started young. I like that. New money coming to the market's always refreshing, too, and we have automatic money coming in from these accounts. And you know what? Let's keep it real simple here. We just got a very early Christmas present for Jay Powell. Please do not look a gift horse in the mouth. The bottom line, just make sure you don't get bearish when the time is right to be bullish going into the end of the year. And bears who are grumpy and unhappy, I expect you to come on our team, our network, and many others and tell us that the buyers are wrong, that I'm wrong, and even as the buyers are making money, and you may be losing fortunes, well, you want to tell us how right you are. Well, that's the plight of a bear in what seems to be a never-ending bull market. What can I say? Can't please everybody. Jeff in New Jersey. Jeff.
Hi, Jim. Jeff from Central Jersey, a.k.a. .DECE. You had a really monster fish I saw. I'm calling about Visa. My concern is that more and more places are charging credit card fees, 3-4%, and you're getting back 1%. The math doesn't add up. Will they lose transactions?
No, I just had a nice, really nice update with Visa just the other day. It was really quite amazing. They're doing incredibly well. Look, if you want to get into the business of credit cards that don't charge as much, I want you to go buy the stock in Capital One, which has been one of my big recommendations for this year. Club members know I think it's terrific. We'll talk about it again on Friday. It did hit a new high today, but that doesn't mean anything because it sells at 12 times earnings. COF, Capital One, you know the ads? It should be in your portfolio, not just show up. The bears are welcome to come on TV and tell us why the buyers who are making all the money are wrong, because that's what these people know to do. But remember, the buyers are the ones who are winning. On Mad Money Today, if you want to know how the consumers fare, why not check in with their furry friends? I'm hearing all about the state of pet spending with the CEO of Chewy, a stock I like very much. Then, where do things stand with Deere after its positive investor day? I'm plowing through the numbers and show you where I come down. A year ago, Service Titan came public on Trades Day. Now I'm getting a chance to sit down with the CEO whom I've always wanted to and get a closer look at this company that is, well, if it's high, it might be an opportunity. So stay with Cramer.
Don't miss a second of Mad Money. Follow @Jim Cramer on X. Have a question? Tweet Cramer. #MadMentions. Send Jim an email to madmoney@cnbc.com or give us a call at 1-800-743-CNBC. Miss something? Head to madmoney.cnbc.com. Don't miss a members-only event.
The club is really about empowerment. Empowering you to manage your own money.
Join the CNBC Investing Club to access Jim's monthly meeting. Go to cnbc.com/monthly meeting.
Down, up, right, left, inside, out. Sometimes it's hard to make sense from nonsense. Go beyond the headlines. A trusted global perspective. The Economist. Know which way is up.
Could you please submit your expenses today?
You could keep reminding your coworkers to submit their expenses. Or you could let Ramp do it. Never chase a receipt again. Ramp, love finance.
I want to make consistent double-digit returns.
VectorVest.
I want to buy and keep more stocks that keep going up.
VectorVest.
I want a simpler way to manage my portfolio.
It's all here for you to see and try at VectorVest.com. Market timing indicators that work. Simpler, clearer advice. Strategies that pay off. And analysis tools second to none.
Join over 1 million users and try it risk-free for 30 days. VectorVest. Everything you need for everything you want.
Time is your most important asset, and AI is transforming the speed of business. Your innovation and how you protect it depends on the technology you choose to trust. 70% of the Fortune 100 trust CrowdStrike's leading AI-native cybersecurity platform, built to secure their business, and the AI fueling their innovation. AI is changing the world. We're securing it. CrowdStrike. We stop breaches.
CNBC. Live ambitiously. Tomorrow, investors and fans celebrate with Melissa Lee and the team of traders to give you the gift of holiday trades, trends, and tips. Fast Money Live, trading the holidays. Tomorrow, 5 Eastern, and streaming on CNBC Plus.
The holidays are all about giving, but at the RAM Wrap Up the Year sales event, it's all about getting. Get 0% APR financing for 60 months. Get the strongest RAM 1500 ever. And get it all backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Nothing stops RAM. Don't let anything stop you from getting a great deal at the RAM Wrap Up the Year sales event.
Right now, purchase this Ram 1500 and get 0% financing for 60 months, or 5,500 total cash allowance on select 2026 Ram 1500 models in dealer inventory, and get a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty.
When I designed this year's HGTV Dream Home, I thought about how people really live and how connected life has become. Spectrum Advanced Wi-Fi provides enough bandwidth to power everything we need across this home. From streaming your favorite shows to making dinner plans, every detail adapts seamlessly to your needs with the fastest and most reliable internet. This is designed for the way you connect.
Brought to you by Spectrum, a connectivity and entertainment experience designed for everyone.
Well, here's the confusing one. This morning we got this set of numbers from Chewy, the online store for pet food and pet supplies that I've told you I like very much. Company reported a modest top and bottom line beat, also raising the low end of their full-year forecast. At the same time, though, the guidance for the current quarters seemed to be a little light. Wall Street seemed to have a hard time figuring out what to make of these results. Stock initially dropped in pre-market trading, then it came roaring back. It opened almost up 7%. Then immediately pulled back from its high, spending the rest of the day fluctuating between positive and negative territory, with the stock only finishing up 1.5%. It was just crazy. So what comes next? Let's check in with Sumit Singh. He's the CEO of Chewy. Get a better read of the quarter, where it's going. Mr. Singh, welcome back to Mad Money.
Nice to be here, Jim. Thank you for having me.
Okay, so first, 2 years ago, you told us the stock was done going down. It was around $20. That was dead right. It's actually never looked back. I looked at this set of numbers. I didn't find them confusing. You're going about exactly what you said. You're continuing to dominate. You're taking share. You're on plan. Am I right that there was really nothing all that confusing about it?
Yeah, that's exactly right, Jim. We are really proud of the way that the team is executing. So, we grew revenue at 8%. That is more than 2 times the rate of industry growth in 2025. And profits grew 30%, so 3 times the revenue growth. Free cash flow continues to accumulate, and we're looking forward to having a great...
The rights to this material and copyright belong to CNBC Networks.
Do you understand that Petco's
Violet, what's going on? How are you?
Amazon's got something like that.
Santorio Hector,
Walmart's got something like that.
Cleveland record producer, self-taught investor. Download the albums on all music platforms.
Pets, as you and I have always appreciated, is a super emotive category. And in an emotive category like this, when you show up with, being best in class in what we do, which is e-commerce, but then we deliver service levels that you can only expect at the best local neighborhood pet stores. It kind of is the best of two worlds. It's the combination of scale and convenience of e-commerce and the personalization on top of that. So we have a very durable set of mechanisms. Autoship, you and I talked about Autoship in 2019, and it was at 60% levels. We are now pushing over 84% of our sales through this quasi subscription program, and since then we've built a health ecosystem that continues to pull more customers, drive greater retention, and drive us towards premium growth and profitability. So overall, I feel like we've got a pretty good, durable, and differentiated set of levers.
Oh, I totally agree. Now, there was this kind of let's go over what the next quarter really meant. I felt when you said you're going to spend in order to be able to prudently grow. Other people were saying they have to spend because they have to spend, or that they're spending out of defense. But again, this is one where you have taught us, look, we have to spend. We want to continue to grow. And there's really nothing more than that.
Yeah, I think there's a couple messages that should be heard very, very loudly. One, we are growing, we're aggregating share across the industry, growing at more than 2 times the market. Number two, Chewy does not require investment to continue to deliver, growing levels of top line. And then 3, it's not top line or bottom line for us, it's both. We are simultaneously delivering top line expansion at the same time we're growing our margins. I mean, we delivered 100 basis points or 30% in profit growth in Q3. And for the year, we're going to deliver north of 25% profit growth while converting 80% of those profits into free cash flow.
All right, well, that's exactly what I want. Tell me a little more about Chewy Plus. We saw you right when you were about to launch it. It's so far so good?
We're loving Chewy Plus. So it's a program that is meant to give customers a chance to really get to know all of the offerings of Chewy in a very simple manner. It aggregates share of wallet very quickly for us, and it is really primed to help us consolidate basket sizes and drive customer satisfaction and value back to consumers while consolidating share of wallet towards us. And so, early days, we've been at it for about 6 months. And we like the results so far.
You have always moved into the adjacencies that I most wanted you to move into, which is, of course, veterinary. And veterinary seems to be working out better than we thought.
It really is. We have a pretty unique proposition. It's a model that is built on the core pillars of
trading in this trading competition.
We have very high.
Oh my God! Jesus. Not doing so good right now. I'm down 25, almost $2,500. What's wrong with these people? Damn.
In a very short amount of time, half the customers that are walking in are then attaching other categories like pharmacy or health and wellness supplements from Chewy.com.
Clearly.
Not only are we aggregating share of wallet quickly, we're also seeing net customer.
Clearly, these are some people who really.
Whichever market we're launching CBC in.
We're quite excited about it. Right, and one thing I've not seen it myself. I mean, when are you going to see them in Brooklyn, for instance, or New Jersey, where I spent some time ago?
Yeah, we'd welcome you in any of the locations we have them currently. So currently we've got them in 4 states: Florida, Atlanta, Denver.
I don't see the point of the American
And what you should expect from us as we move, and we've actually just launched one in Phoenix last week, so we're now in Arizona as well. You should expect us to densify our footprint as we move to market. What that does is it gives us really good leverage from an OpEx point of view, gives us marketing benefits from an in-ground, awareness point of view, and allows us really good cross-training opportunities for our staff. So, look for these to continue to densify, and we welcome you in any of these locations.
Thank you very much. I hope I don't have to hear you, but that's good news. Now, how about Get Real? How are we doing with the fresh food offering?
Fresh and frozen, I would categorize this as.
It might take half the night for me
that continues to support this trend of humanization and premiumization that we've talked about for so long.
I'm gaining. So I'm in a trading competition. This is like day number 2. And we started out with $50,000. So far, I had turned to 50 and to 58, but I'm down $2,300. So far, I turned to 50,000 and to 56 with the 2,300. I'm down.
Finally, consumer spending more or less on their bets this year.
But I just know that the S&P is about to. The S&P hit the all-time new high today. It hit 69 and above. I got in this trade at 69.05. It's at 68.82. I mean, you know, they really on some deep liquidity sweeps right now. They probably trying to pull liquidity into the market. This is the Asian European session of the COMEX, the Globex, the overnight session. This is mostly traders from China and London, Asian communities, maybe. I don't know if it's India. But yeah, we dropped a long way down from our entry price, which is right here where the blue. I got in the trade up here. I got in the trade right here.
Every quarter, we make new believers. Nothing going on where you go, whoa. Is it none of this retribution? Let's let the process play out.
I'm long, so I, draw down, draw up. What goes down comes up. You know what I mean? And gets in the money. This is what I'm on. I ain't tripping. I'm in the trade long. I don't have no stops, because if I had a stop there to stop it off, and the trade gonna be successful, because the market is going up. It's not going down. So whatever is going on during the European hours of the market right now, and I'm sure there's some bots involved and some bots in play, some institutions from these other countries in play right now, early in the early session of the market. They could wholly be selling to take advantage of the fact that their currencies may hold strength against the U.S. dollar right now after a rate cut. The U.S. dollar is weak right now because we just had a rate cut, which weakens the dollar. So foreign European and Asian markets might be taking some profits from the S&P to take advantage of the fact that they're going to get more on the rate exchange while the U.S. dollar is weak and it's being exchanged into their respective currencies if their currencies have strength against the dollar right now. You know what I mean? So it's something to think about, and it's also another way to think about investing and deploying some money. You know what I mean? It's not a realized loss until it's a realized loss. Until it's a realized loss, it's not a realized loss until you accept that the trade is a losing trade. Because the trade is down does not mean it's a losing trade.
Yeah.
And so, in my ambitions to be a full-time trader, these are the things that help you establish yourself and your name and your reputation in the business. Trading competitions, things of that nature, compete for monetary prizes, of simulated trading competitions such as the one I'm participating in right now. Giving props out to the sponsors of the competitions, showing that look, I started with 50,000. We at 56 to 1156. We down $2,325. So I made $8,000 in basically a day of trading. The competition started yesterday. I made $8,000 between the early morning hours of the session yesterday and today. And I'm gonna recover this 2,300 before I go to bed. Before I lay my head down, inshallah, God willing, to go to sleep, I will have not only recovered the $2,350 that I'm down, but we will be in profit. And if I should so happen to not recover it tonight, we'll recover it tomorrow. And it's going deeper into withdrawal. But none of that scares me. None of that scares me. The S&P is ultimately headed up, way up, $7,000 a share type shit. Teacher.
That was disappointing. At the same time, Deere said its production precision ag segment will be down 5 to 10% for the year, which is brutal because that's 45% of the business. And that's why the stock tumbled nearly 6% on the day of the
I learned a lot about investing from this man, Jim Cramer, and the CNBC Investing Club. And I will never tell you a lie. That would be one of the best things that you could ever do is join the CNBC Investing Club. The information that you get.
Basically, they reorganized into 10 units focused on their 10 main end markets.
Straight to your email, to your phone. The inside knowledge that you get from being a member of the club on what stocks that they hold inside the investment club portfolio.
To fully automated production systems by 2030. Also spent some time highlighting some new retrofit kits that will help previous generations of tractors become autonomous retroactively. They've highlighted a bunch of other stuff like cameras that identify weeds and then spray weed killer only where it's needed, or it's something called exact shot, which is a more targeted way to apply starter fertilizer instead of spreading it across the whole farm. That can add up to big cost savings for farmers. Finally, Deere basically said that they've been leaning into services, keeping the machinery running longer, making it more useful. That's terrific, because this type of business represents more dependable recurring revenue that helps smooth out the company's numbers. More importantly, though, Deere rolled out some new long-term financial forecasts that I thought were very, very bullish. Management said they expect net sales to rise at a 10% compound annual growth rate from this year through 2030, very strong. For perspective, from 2000 to 2009, Deere's revenue compounded at just a 7% clip. From 2010 to 2019, it was more like a 5% clip. From 2020 to 2025, it was just a 4% clip. In other words, management predicting that they'll be able to deliver the best long-term revenue growth in a couple decades over the next 5 years. I think that's huge. If you believe they can hit the number, then Deere's going from a 4% grower to a 10% grower, and typically Wall Street's going to pay a lot more for stocks with faster revenue growth. Yet for some reason, again, the stock didn't rally. Man, this thing is hated. It actually went low.
He said it's hated.
Because we're only a few weeks away from the end of the year, and this is when money managers tend to buy winners, not stocks that have been languishing for 7 months like Deere. I do believe Deere can hit its targets, though, and sooner or later that's going to matter. Management says they can turbocharge the growth rate through product leadership, more recurring revenue from the services,
tap in,
as well as software sales and
growth, meaning Jim Cramer, the teacher, CNBC Investing Club. Know what I mean? Learn how to invest. Learn how to invest. Learn how to invest. That's the best thing you will ever do for yourself is to learn how to become more than just a consumer. Become an investor. Become more than just a consumer. Become an investor. Change your life. Or find an investment professional that you could trust.
People have strong opinions about industrial policy. But for our purposes, look, it doesn't matter why this is happening. It only matters that U.S. farmers are
Go stream the records produced by Santorio Hector
from the federal government.
on all music platforms. You hear? On Apple Music, on YouTube, on Tidal, on Spotify. Go check out the albums on all music platforms featuring artists from New York to California. Santorio Hector, Cleveland record producer, cannabis grower, and breeder. I'm here at my luxury apartment in the suburbs of Cleveland, Ohio. Go check out the records by Santorio Hector. That's me, record producer, cannabis grower, and breeder. Go check out the records featuring artists from New York to California. Go check out the album produced by yours truly, Santorio Hector, on all music platforms. Self-taught investor, trader, wear a lot of hats. Hey. What's up? Adela, what's good? What's good? What's good? Go check out the records. Santorio Hector, Cleveland record producer. Go check out the records. Go check out the records on all music platforms. Like and subscribe. When we hit 1,000 subscribers, I will be giving away. When we hit 1,000 subscribers, I will personally be giving away $100. We will randomly select 10 people to receive a $100 cash monetary giveaway. A cash monetary gift to 10 people randomly selected by an individual that I'll choose to randomly select 10 individuals to receive a $100 monetary cash gift when we reach 1,000 subscribers, because at that time we will be able to monetize the channel. Like and subscribe when you come into the live. Get in a habit, please, of liking and subscribing. I'm going to eventually establish a more formal environment, you know what I'm saying, like a more formal setup for the channel and for the show. And but it's really, I consider my show different. I don't consider it to be so I don't teach investing. What I do is I have a financial opinion commentary channel and real time, like a reality YouTube channel that's really just documenting my life since I decided back in July 2024 to take trading and investing seriously. And ended up in a situation where I ended up having to trade part-time to pay my bills and take care of myself because I was wrongfully terminated from my job. And it's been like, if I could free myself like this, should I go back to work for somebody else? You know, like, really? And it's a monetary cash prize for this to the winner of this trading competition. It's They're going to be levels to the competition. So it's like this is the first round of the competition. So it's going to be several rounds of the competition before the grand prize is given away. Is monetary cash prize at the end of each round, given I guess to the person that advances to the next round. And I'm wholly on a mission to win this challenge as a new trader. Really. Man, the lowest drawdown, I don't think they'll draw me that far down, but anything could happen. I don't think the liquidity on the buy side is going to be that low. And, what's going to happen is around 2 a.m., later towards I think that's, matter of fact, let me go see what time it is, and I'm gonna go, study. I'm gonna study the time zones for this for the E-mini S&P. I'm trading this from here forward after this competition. I'm gonna trade the E-mini S&P 500, and eventually I'm gonna trade the full futures, Forex futures. I'll be able to trade whatever as I continue to understand the Fibonacci in any way that is presented. Fibonacci is price movement direction. It's not like the liquidity is going to rapidly drive it down too much further. I don't see that happening. If anything, I see Asian investors coming in, buying low, driving the market up high, and taking profits. They know the psychology. American investors, American investors fear the pullback. Wake up in the morning and be like, oh, the S&P at 69. Let me jump in right now. It's getting ready to hit 7. No, it's getting ready to pull back because motherfuckers who've been running the market up all night, institutions from foreign countries and everything, they're about to sell as soon as our markets open and take their profit and push the market down. That's when you jump back in, not first thing in the morning after they sell, after you know what I'm saying? When the overnight high created that run up the morning high, or the market opening at a high, have a pullback. You can scalp this shit all day long. It's about the discipline that you have to sit here at the computer to do it. Or to set your bots to bang at them levels. Bang it right here. Bang it when it come back down here. Bang it right. You can set the bots highly cold. If I program a bot, oh my goodness, I might want to learn how to program one now. I wasn't ready for this shit, but now I've literally, people follow you. When you get in this business and you trading on a platform, you do know they watch your moves and emulate your moves. If you making money, they taking your trades and making more money than you're making. Follow trade. How you think follow trade came to exist? Somebody went and said, let me go find out what the fuck is the politicians buying. And they started buying the same shit they saw that they was buying, and they killed the game. And they said, "Oh fuck, you don't think your broker is following your moves if you on his platform, killing the game, making money, options contracts, smacking?" They're like, "Who is this motherfucker?" That's when you start getting advertisements and shit, and trading organizations calling your phone number, asking, "Do you want to learn about trade bots and shit like that?" All the shit that's been happening to me. It's a process and time. I'm not ready for that yet. I'm gonna overwhelm myself trying to let me learn how to trade and how to do this shit manually, and how to sit here and how to discipline to watch these motherfucking trades get in the money, out the money, get out the money, draw down, not panic. If I believe in my trade, you know what I'm saying? Not because I believe in the trade, irregardless to what the market is showing me, but because I've watched the market volatility and its fluctuation and how it's moving. And it's going to move again in that direction. And that is what the probability is saying. Not what I wanted to do, the probability of what's going to happen. And at that point, at that level, when we can get to that point, and when we could get to that level, that's what we accept what is in the market, but we analyze, we watch movements and patterns, fluctuations, and pinpoint um, repetitive wash and rinse. Chris say wash and rinse, wash and rinse. See, learn how to trade something. Learn how to trade. Yo, once you start buying in and out, trade in and out of certain stocks that you regularly trade, you're gonna know the movements of those stocks. You're gonna become, it's gonna become part of your memory. Historic price points and levels throughout the months, the years, the weeks, because you traded consistently. You know what I mean. You become one with the charts. But the spirit of the market is the flow of the Fibonacci. The living and breathing pulse, the heartbeat of the market is the flow of the Fibonacci, not the news and all the noise in the background. So the Fibonacci, the understanding of the Fibonacci candlestick patterns, I always say, in my opinion, is what will help you to become a better trader, a better investor. Because watching the Fibonacci, reading the Fibonacci and knowing how to read charts, so that you look at the history of the stock and see where it's been going down and going up through a pattern, and know when it's time to get in right here, because it's like, yeah, let's get ready to head up. We drew down 2,400, but the S&P hit 69 something today. That's headed towards 7,000, not back down. I'm supposed to believe the market's still not headed up, because we trade in the Asian European futures session right now, and that they have a whole different liquidity flow than the U.S. session. So yeah. And on that note, I'm going to pop up out of here, because I want to hop up out of here because, you know, gotta take care of some things. So remember, like and subscribe, y'all. How come I don't have no likes? Y'all ain't down with helping grow the algorithm, huh? Remember, we was down. Remember, I was down 2,400, and we had 56,000. Cause when y'all see this tomorrow, we might be at 60,000. I'm gonna trade tonight, so you know. We're gonna see I'm really, studying. I never traded the E-mini S&P until yesterday. My first time trading this was yesterday when I started this competition. So the fact that I never traded this instrument and I made $8,000 in a day trading it, I'm a born trader. I was born to do this shit. I do this shit humbly, because you have to have confidence and believe in yourself. So with confidence and believing in myself humbly, I do this shit. I proved that I do this shit. And I'm still proving, and I'm gonna do it humbly, and I'm gonna do it. And I try not to be greedy. Sometimes I get greedy, and every trader does, and we pay for that. Trust me, we pay for that. And every trader will tell you that he pays for that. The times when he tries to be greedy. And it it makes you respect price and flow and structure. You know what I mean? So this competition is a way to sharpen my skills, to learn, and to be so sharp that when I step in the real arena for battle, it's like, oh, this what I do. I've been consistently training in real time and in simulation. We're always in student mode in the efforts to obtain mastery, but to still remain a student forever. Now, imagine that. I said in student mode in an effort to obtain mastery, but still remain a student forever. Man, on that note, I'm gone. Sartorial Hector, go download the albums on all music platforms. Like and subscribe. Start liking when you come in the broadcast. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. It is part of increasing the algorithm, and just like and subscribe. You take the time to pop in to listen to me, whether you're on some popping in to support or popping in to hate. Like either way, and subscribe, because if you're popping in to hate, your hating ass might be randomly selected to win when we have cash giveaways and merch, and then maybe you might stop hating. You know what I mean? Or not. It really doesn't matter. You know what I mean? So, my first ever trading competition, and I'm here. And I got started late, but shit, I'm here. I'm on the grind. This shit. So, y'all be blessed. Have a wonderful night. Santorio Actor, Stock Market Savage. Like and subscribe. Tell everybody about the channel and to tap in to a real-time record producer and a trader. Like I said, on a mission to on a mission. You know what I'm talking about? We on a mission. We're on a mission. Oh, yes, we about to be some whole other level of profit. I got all type of trades going on. I'm also trading M6BZ25, which is the Great British Pound Micro Mini US dollar Forex futures pair. Forex futures pair. I'm long on this trade and I've been in this trade since before Thanksgiving. Made some money, got out, reinvested it. Made some money, got out, reinvested it because I felt that, you know, ultimately the British pound is going to go up. I knew that the U.S. dollar would lose strength when the Feds cut rates. I seen some of your messages, Sophie. I see you created I told you, if you didn't have an IG page, don't worry about creating one. I ain't want you to get in no type of situation with your parents or nothing if they ain't want you to have no IG. Like I said, IG is kind of corrupt, so, you know, you stay focused on IG and don't, you know, allow IG to corrupt you or nothing. For real. This trade going up. This trade going up. The British pound. British pound. British pound going up. Trade multiple markets and shit. You know what I do. If I can trade multiple markets. I feel like a pro gotta be able to do that anyway. Trade multiple markets. We're gonna get this upflow. This drawdown is gonna recover in value. We're gonna end up in profit before I guarantee you, my name ain't Santorio Hector. We ain't back in profit. Don't ever doubt me. I'm not arrogant. I'm not arrogant. I'm very humble. But I know what my capability is and my productivity is like when I'm really applying myself. I apply myself with this investing. You know what I mean? Apply myself. Download the albums on Apple Music, on Spotify, on Amazon, on iHeartRadio, on Pandora, on YouTube Red, wherever you stream music, Santorio Hector. Support the records. One love. Peace out, y'all.